The following is video documentation of research conducted investigating the causes, effects, and remediation of PAHs on Long Island. It is hypothesized that there are microbes already present in soil that can successfully metabolize PAHs, thus remediating polluted soil.
Today is March 1st, 2022, and today we're collecting samples of water, soil, and any plants from Wading River Beach.
The Wading River Beach is located on eastern Long Island, approximately 110 meters away from the Shoreham nuclear power plant. However, it was never actually an active power plant. At 8:38 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, the temperature was 34 degrees Fahrenheit. I gathered sand, soil, algae, and salt water from the Long Island Sound into a 15 milliliter sterile conical tube. My precise location was 40.96393 degrees north and 72.86328 degrees west. I then labeled my first sample clearly with the location and date. Next, I tried to get as close as I could to an active power plant.
Today is March 7th, 2022, and today we're going to be collecting our second sample from Port Jefferson Generating Station.
About 100 meters uphill resided the smokestacks. Built in 1958, the Port Jefferson Generating Station is a coal-burning power plant that resides in Port Jefferson, a town in eastern Long Island. According to the EPA, the power plant currently uses water from Port Jefferson Harbor to cool the power source. The water then returns to the harbor even more polluted with PAHs. My exact coordinates were 40.95188 degrees north and 73.08015 degrees west. The temperature was 52 degrees Fahrenheit, and in a 15 milliliter conical tube, I gathered sand, sediment, plant material, and water from the Port Jefferson Harbor, an area of Long Island Sound. The sample was clearly labeled with the location and date. Next, I ventured to a landfill. The town of Brookhaven landfill is located on eastern Long Island and burns approximately 1.1 million tons of waste per year. Since being established in 1974, almost 53 million tons of garbage has been burnt in this one location.
Today is March 12th, 2022, and we're at Brookhaven landfill.
My exact location was 40.799819 degrees north and 72.923761 degrees west. I was approximately 150 meters away from the center of the landfill, and garbage riddled the area around it. I found a puddle and collected sludge and water into a 15 milliliter sterile conical tube and clearly labeled my sample with the location and date. In a 500 milliliter air miler flask, 0.3 grams of sample 3 BLF from the Brookhaven landfill was inoculated into 150 milliliters of minimal basal salt media. The sample incubated for 24 hours at 30 degrees Celsius in total darkness, and clumpy white colonies were observed. I then used a pipette to remove 2 milliliters of this sample. The sample was then re-inoculated into more MSB. Octane was then carefully removed with a needle and used as a carbon source. The sample was then clearly dated and labeled as BLF plus MSB plus octane. If there are more colonies present after 24 hours at 30 degrees Celsius incubation in total darkness, this suggests that there are microbes present in the sample that can degrade carbon sources greater than octane.